WWE Championship at Fastlane? No. But I think this is going to be the start of something. Baron Corbin's absolutely nowhere right now, and he shouldn't be anywhere near the WWE Championship right now. And I want Dolph Ziggler relinquishing the United States title being something similar to when Stone Cold Steve Austin gave the Intercontinental Championship to The Rock back in the 90s, saying, I got bigger fish to fry. I know most people are going to think, wow, you're really comparing Dolph Ziggler to Stone Cold Steve Austin? So in a certain way, yes, when it comes to storyline purposes. A man who won the mid-card title looks at it, he's like, well, I'm looking at this. You don't deserve me being United States Championship. I'm putting this down. I have bigger fish to fry. Hopefully that'll actually lead to something. And I just love Nakamura's mind games that he's playing on AJ Styles, just showing up like, I'm going to defeat you for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Mind games. But yeah, that was SmackDown, and yeah, it was another very good show. I enjoyed it. A couple of down moments. The top 10 list hopefully actually leads to like actual story building with the wrestlers, but yeah, that was a thing. Yeah, a couple downs, same thing as Raw, but yeah, in general, it was a very, very good show. When it comes to Raw versus SmackDown Live, when it comes to deciding which show was the better one this week, and although both shows really had, like I said, it had some really up moments, it had a couple down moments, really, this may be a little, I may be in the minimal crowd here, but I'm going to go with SmackDown Live. I just happen to be a little more invested on what SmackDown presented to me. It was nothing against Raw. If anything, it was it was very close, very close. But yeah, I have to give it to SmackDown. I like what they're doing with Fastlane, on the build for Fastlane. As much, I also do like what they're building on for Elimination Chamber. And hopefully it just leads to where it all ends up on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania, baby. Woo! But yeah, that's what I thought of this week in wrestling, Raw and SmackDown Live. Now, I'm leaving it all to you. What did you guys think of Raw versus SmackDown? Did you think Raw was the better show? Or did you think SmackDown was the better show? Or were they equal? It was very close for me. Very close. And if you like what you saw here, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can find us on our Facebook page. Look up the Scholars of Wrestling show. And for all those listening in on Filling the Void, hopefully you guys can watch this beautiful face as well as listen to this beautiful voice, which is the Scholars of Wrestling champion. That's right. I'm still going on with that. You can also follow us on our Twitters. You can find our Scholars page at ScholarsOW. And you can follow fellow scholars, Scholar Jeff at I'm Robbie Rage, and Scholar Brian at Atomic Beanpole. And you can find me, the Scholars of Wrestling champion, at the Avataric. Well, that was actually a pretty good episode this week, if I do say so myself, being the champ and all. Of course, I can hold an episode of the Scholars of Wrestling on my own. I wouldn't be the Scholars of Wrestling champion if I wasn't able to do this. Don't need this anymore. Just put this on my shoulder. Thank you all for joining me tonight, and we'll see you next week. Of course, I'm Scholar Tarek. This has been the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled. You're welcome. Good night, everyone. See you all next week for more discussions, wrestling related, because it's the Scholars of Wrestling. Why not? It's a wrestling show. What show would this be otherwise? All right, I'm rambling too much. Night, everybody.